something is shifting in Atlanta. Not just with the roster, not just with the coaching staff or nothing like that, but with the future of this franchise because right now, everything, every question, every decision, every storyline, it all circles back to one name. And depending on how this all plays out, it could define the next decade of Falcons football. And I can see right now that this is the beginning of something huge. What's going on, everyone? You already know right now it's Charles Jones back with Falcons Digest. And today we've got to talk about where the Atlanta Falcons are heading next. Because, make no mistake, this is the beginning of something huge. And the center of it all is Michael Penix Jr. But before we get into this update, guys, you already know this video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports app and the best way to get in on the action. We'll dive into some wild picks and some awesome promotions later, but make sure you download the app using the link in the description and pin comments using promo code DIGEST to sign up today. New users get $50 instantly in their lineups when playing your first $5, and it helps out the channel a ton, guys. Also, if you are not subscribed to Falcons Digest right now, if you could take a second for me, guys, please go down to just the like button at least. Go to the like button, hit the like button. We're not moving forward until you do it. Just playing. Go ahead and subscribe, man, if you haven't subscribed already. And you already know I thank you guys for tuning in. Every like, every comment is welcomed. And guys, I will definitely respond back to you. So make sure you talk to me nice. Now, yeah, of course, we know that the draft is over, guys. So, yeah, the Falcons added a lot of talent. They brought in a bunch of new pieces. They reshaped parts of this roster. But as we head into the rookie minicamp and start looking toward the season, there are still major questions hanging over this team. And every single one of them connects back to the quarterback position. So let's start with the obvious. Who is going to be in the starting quarterback position as QB1? Because right now, this is not settled, not even close. You got Michael Penix Jr., a former top 10 pick, a player that the franchise invested in heavily, but also a player coming off of a serious ACL injury. And then you've got Tua Tagovailoa, who they brought in this offseason, experienced. He's accurate, and he's very familiar with systems that prioritize timing and precision. But here's where it gets very interesting for me. On paper, if you're just looking at the system as far as fit under head coach Kevin Stefanski, Tua just might have the edge, bro. You might ask me why. All right? Accuracy. Tua is a career 68% passer. He never dipped below 64% in a season. Penix, career 59.6%. Never above 60%. Never above 60.1% as far as PFF fantasy stats goes. And as far as if you look at that, that's a gap. That's a gap that, I mean, it's undeniable. But the stats don't tell the whole story. So we can't just look at that because Penix brings something else to the table that, I mean, you might say they both are walking blue tents, but Penix is more explosive, believe it or not, with that arm for me. I feel like his arm is a little more explosive than Tua's arm. His explosiveness on the ground, he hasn't really proved that to me just yet. But he's had so many knee surgeries, man. It's hard to rank him as far as running. But he does rank among the league leaders in deep passing rating. So he pushes the ball downfield. He creates big plays. So now you've got a real debate. Do you go with efficiency or do you go with the upside as far as Penix's upside? And before we even get into that decision, hold on. There's an even bigger decision if Penix is fully healthy because everything starts there. We've seen him active recently, moving and even celebrating at his wedding. Congratulations, bro. But let's be real. That's not the same as taking hits in an NFL game. The real checkpoint, mandatory minicamp, that's when we'll start to get real answers. We'll start to see what's really going on with Penix at that point. And if Penix is healthy, then this becomes a true competition. Now, let's zoom out because the quarterback situation isn't the only major thing that's going on right now because we have Drake London. When is Drake London getting paid? Because this feels like it's one of those situations that's inevitable too. I was talking about Bijan Robinson getting paid in the video before, but Drake London is in that same boat, roaring along. I mean, London has quietly become one of the most productive receivers since he's entered the league, bro. Nearly 4,000 receiving yards, top 10 touchdowns over the last 2 years. Consistent, reliable, productive. And now he's entering the final stretch of his rookie deal. We're talking about a player who could command 33 plus $1 million a year. That puts him in elite company with names like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb. That's the level that we're talking about, bro. And again, this all connects back to Michael Penix Jr. because if you're developing a young quarterback, locking in your wide receiver one matters. Now, we definitely have to flip this over to what happens to the situation with Jessie Bates, bro, because Jessie Bates III is another key piece. I mean, he's another big decision, and Bates has been elite since arriving in Atlanta from Pittsburgh. Leadership, production, consistency. But he's also entering the latter stages of his deal. And at 29 years old, he's not that old. I mean, you can't say that, oh, he's seasoned, we need to get rid of him. He's not really proven that he's an injury-prone kind of player. But this isn't a simple decision at the same time because, I mean, we have to decide, do you extend him? Do you start even thinking long-term, especially when you've got a young player like Xavier Watts in the mix? And again, these are the kinds of decisions that shape a roster. Now let's talk about uncertainty because which players are on the bubble when it comes to Atlanta? I mean, we definitely have a new coaching staff, but when you think about that, I mean, new coaching staff plus new front office equals pressure. You got guys like Troy Anderson. He's talented, but injured often. And I mean, when I say often, I mean literally just can't stay on the field. Just it doesn't have a chance at staying on the field. Your best ability is availability. Braylon Trice, potential. I've seen you guys talk about Braylon in the comments. Potential. But he hasn't stayed healthy. Then you've got younger players trying to prove themselves. Clark Phillips III, J.D. Bertrand, Casey Washington. These are make or break moments. Training camp is going to decide a lot of careers. And again, this matters for Penix, of course, because the more stable the roster is around him, the better chance he has to succeed. Now, here's another big one. What's going on at the linebacker situation? Because after losing a key piece in Caden Ellis, the Falcons didn't just replace him with one player. Okay, they brought in multiple. Christian Harris, Channing Tindall, Kendall Daniels, Harold Perkins Jr. That's competition. That's uncertainty. There's no clear answer yet. And that means early season growing pains are possible. And finally, the James Pearce Jr. situation. This is the most unpredictable piece of the puzzle. James Pearce Jr. is dealing with legal issues that could impact his entire season. We're talking about a situation where he might not even get to play at all in 2026. That's a huge variable because now you're potentially missing a key contributor on this defense. And once again, that puts more pressure on the offense, more pressure on the quarterback, more specifically, more pressure on Penix, who was already here before Tua Tagovailoa got here, okay? And that's why everything comes back to him. Because if Penix is healthy, if he develops, if he proves he can be the guy, then suddenly all of these same questions, they feel manageable. But if not, then the Falcons are right back searching, right back questioning, right back trying to figure out who they are at this quarterback position. And that's why I said at the beginning, this is the beginning of something huge, because this season, it's not just about wins and losses, people. It's about answers. It's about direction. It's about finding out if Michael Penix is truly the future of this franchise. Now, before we wrap up the video, guys, this video is brought to you by Prize Picks. Use the link in the description and promo code Digest to get started on Prize Picks today. And tonight, guys, I am looking at Stephon Castle. All right, Stephon Castle, I'm going more on his 1.5 3-pointers made. And I also like OG Anunoby, the OG, all right? I'm going more on his projected 17 points for the game. Need I say more on these games? I mean, Stephon Castle, if you watch the game, Stephon Castle literally fouled out. He is going to come out trying to light these guys up. If you know his attitude, he's a player out of UConn. I don't have to go too far into this guy if you watch NBA basketball. OG Anunoby, last couple of games, he's been on a heater. He has been on a heater. When I say he is probably going to be the same thing for OG, the Knicks blew these guys out the last game, so we don't even have to go too far into these picks, man. Listen, with Prize Picks, guys, they also have some great promotions going on right now. Scary Hours Boost. Did you hear about the Scary Hours Boost? During the NBA playoffs, we're doing it live each night, every night. Prize Picks is dropping a Scary Hours payout boost to level up members' lineups on all the NBA action, man. And once again, use the link in the description to download Prize Picks and use promo code Digest to get started on Prize Picks today. New users get $50 instantly in their lineups when playing your first $5, and it helps out this channel a ton, guys. Please help Falcons Digest grow to 5K. If you've already subscribed, I thank you guys so much. All right, that's the breakdown. First off, you already know I got to thank you guys for watching, man. But now, I want to hear from you, man. Do you think that Penix is the guy for Atlanta? Or does Tua Tagovailoa give the Falcons a better chance to win right now? Drop your thoughts in the comments, man. And if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe, man. If you've already subscribed to the channel, I thank you guys. And if you made it this far, you might as well go ahead and subscribe, bro. You know what I'm saying? Turn on those notifications so you don't miss any of the Falcons coverage that I drop for you. I'm Charles Jones, man, and this is just the beginning. Peace up. You know the rest. This is Falcons Digest. Stay blessed, y'all.
Yeah, when they talking about BKG Tony, we talking about winning. Talking about winning. With a dude Chuck Tweezy. you winning.